Okay, so in the first world, after the 2 levels that were in that world, we do get to fight DinoMighty, and yes, first of all, its name is DinoMighty, and second of all, we don't actually have a level that precedes the fight with DinoMighty. And third of all, DinoMighty's boss fight overall, which is more solid and better built than either Green Fist or the Scythe-Armed monster, it's very odd and very confusing, mostly because when boss fights do this and they design platforming elements onto the boss itself, naturally any player is going to think, okay, well then those platforming mechanics are going to be used to damage the boss. But the problem is that it really isn't the case. When you see DinoMighty in the first few seconds of the boss fight like I did, and see that he has one of the grab balls from earlier in the world on his tail, you would assume that you would use that to punch him in the head or drop slam him or something, but it seems to be just an easier way to attack him. And here's the thing about DinoMighty, you can just run up to him and punch him a few times, get away before it retaliates, and that's equally as valid of damage as just waiting for the tail to be reared up so you can drop on his head. Once you damage him enough, he goes into his stun state, and then you have to grab DinoMighty and throw him into the fire to actually do legitimate damage. Once you finally figure that out, it gets a bit easier, but the amount of time that you have to wait and the amount of damage you have to do to DinoMighty to get him into that stunned position, it makes this boss fight very long, and it isn't legitimately long. Like, you're mostly going to be spending your time in this boss fight just running around DinoMighty. His attacks are frankly pathetic. You'll be able to dodge almost anything he throws at you and just move on with your life. And if you don't get hit by literally every attack, then you should be able to just tank everything it throws at you and just see your way off to the ending of the boss fight. It's as easy cakes as you can get. And as you saw in my attempt, obviously I didn't do very well, and I had to fall back on the game. I guess you could call it an internal continue mechanic, because when you die in a boss fight, you can just pay to get all your life back rather than having to redo the boss fight like almost every other game does. And considering the amount of coins and treasure you can dig up just through normal gameplay, and every world only has 2 levels where you can collect coins, you are very rarely going to be in a spot where you are going to be unable to pay for your own resurrection. So even doing the boss fight legitimately and with skill is almost completely pointless because you can just tank everything, throw out punches when you can, and still get the same result. And the other thing too, that grab ball on DinoMighty's tongue, completely pointless in the boss fight. It doesn't come into play at all. You just keep damaging him as whenever you want to, avoid his incredibly pathetic attacks, and just keep on doing that until the boss fight gets thrown into the incinerator and you never have to think about it again. It is a really odd designed creature because it seems like they went for a sort of King K. Rool from the DK64 thing where you're fighting a giant boxing lizard, but it almost has nothing to do with the boss fight itself, and it just seems to be there for weirdness' sake alone. It doesn't come into play, it doesn't do anything to liven up the attacks or the mechanics in which you have to fight, so it really is just fighting a giant lizard for the sake of fighting a giant lizard, just getting something odd to put on screen. It doesn't even have a cool pun name like a Mario Party game would do. Its name is DinoMighty. That isn't clever. I don't understand what the reference is going for, so you probably should have picked something else.